What's going on, everybody? What's going on, and welcome to another afternoon of Reactivate the Moment. This is Marcus Ford here for your midday motivation. I know it's Memorial Day, so I want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. Thank you for your service. Thank you for all you've done, and for you sacrificing your life to protect our country. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want everybody to do me a favor. Do me a favor. Like, comment, and share this broadcast. Do me a favor. Like, comment, and share this broadcast. Share this broadcast right now. Text somebody, tell a friend to tell a friend. What goes down every Monday afternoon at 12 noon for your midday motivation, aka your lunch break motivation, whatever you want to call it. But this moment is for you, for your time to reactivate, your time to get it right, for it is your time now. Listen, I don't want to prolong the time. It is a rainy day outside. I know a lot of people probably are off work. You're enjoying this time at home. You're enjoying your family. Too bad you can't barbecue today. Well, maybe some of you grill masters know how to, dodge the raindrops and get your barbecue over. But I want to thank you again for joining. Do me a favor, like, share, and comment the broadcast. Like, share, and comment the broadcast. Listen, I don't want to be before you too long because I want everybody to enjoy your day. But I want to talk to you to let you know and remind you that the next version of you is waiting on a decision you keep delaying. The next version of you, the next version of you is waiting on a decision that you keep delaying. You keep asking for change. You keep asking for rearranging. You keep praying for growth. You're hoping and you're praying for different results. But we have to understand that sometimes transformation is often sitting on the other side of one difficult decision. Your transformation is sitting on the other side of one difficult decision. We got to realize that our future isn't waiting on more time. Our future isn't waiting on more resources. Your future, isn't waiting on more confirmation. It's waiting on your yes. Your future is waiting on your yes. It's waiting on you to just say, you know what? Yes. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to go. Yes, I'm going to accomplish. Yes, I'm going to achieve. It's waiting on you to say yes. We got to get into this place where we don't get stuck. We don't get stuck in our delay. Because what we do sometimes when we don't give our yes, when we don't say our yes, our delay can become a destination. When we get stuck in our delays, in our delay season, they end up becoming a destination. They end up becoming something. They end up becoming something that we reside in, something that we call ourselves. Living in, something that we call ourselves visiting, more often than we should, because we are creating a destination out of our delay. The thing is, we think that we're postponing some things. We think that because we're in this delay season, that we're postponing a decision that's temporary, that we're postponing our temporary decision. But what we do is we end up repeating our delays, and repeated delays turn into nothing but a life cycle. We end up repeating our delays. Have you ever been to a place where you repeated your delay and it just kept happening over and over again? You kept living in delay. You kept basking in your delay. You kept residing in your delay. Because what you're doing is you're causing a repeat life cycle. But what we can agree on, what we can understand, is that if we wait too long, it will quietly and subtly become settling. When you wait too long on your yes, when you wait too long to move, when you wait too long to move forward, when you wait too long to achieve a goal, when you wait too long to write down your vision, when you wait too long to do any of those things, it becomes settling. You end up settling for mediocrity. You end up settling for little. You end up settling because you are in this place where delay has become a comfort zone for you. Delay has become this place where we not only reside in, but delay has come a place where we live in. But be careful, because what starts as hesitation can turn into a habit. I'm gonna say it again. What starts as a hesitation can slowly but surely come into turn into a habit. A lot of us have been hesitant for too long. A lot of us have been hesitant to restart. A lot of us have been hesitant to relaunch. The place where my own thing, Reactivate, was at a standstill because I was hesitant. I was hesitant to jump back out there because I didn't believe that people would come back and follow me again. I didn't think that people would tune in. So I was a little hesitant. I would write things down and ideas and things that I want to do, but then I would just say, what's the point? That's our problem. We have to change our mindset to get out of the hesitation mode, to get out of that destination of hesitation and continue to push forward. Because what we don't realize is that the things that we delay, we end up delaying what challenges us. We end up delaying what challenges us. There are some reasons, a lot of reasons rather, that people postpone their decision. There are some reasons that people postpone their decision. If that's you, you can attest to this. One of the reasons is that we have a fear of failure. Failure has crept into our mind and it's crept into our heart, and it causes us to settle in fear. Fear of failing, fear of change, fear of discomfort. We've gotten into these habits, into these things, and what it has done, it has challenged us. The same thing that we try to delay, it challenges us. Not only that, but we also have a fear of leaving what's familiar. I don't know about you, but I can attest to being in a place of comfort to where I was cool with where I was. I was cool with what was familiar because it was all right to be there. I knew who I was around. I knew the places I was going. I knew what my daily routine was. So I was cool with that. And I didn't want to leave. And some of us, we can be honest, we don't want to leave those familiar places because those familiar places are something that we know. And what it does, and when we are in those familiar places, it causes us to be fearful, not only of failure, fearful not only of discomfort, but it causes us to be fearful of the unknown, to be fearful of what's ahead. Because we don't know what's ahead, we get into this sunken place where we don't know how or when or where to move. But sometimes we're not waiting on a certainty of things. Sometimes we're not waiting on things to happen. We're waiting on our fear to disappear. Sometimes we're waiting on our fear to disappear. If we can be honest with ourselves, if we could be honest with ourselves, we all have gotten to a place in our lives where fear has a way of causing certain aspects of our lives to get into this ball of just nothingness and being nowhere and just trying to move, and we can't because we're fearful. And what we try to wait on the right time to jump out there again. We try to wait on the right time to move. We try to wait on the right time to make our decision. But you're not always waiting on timing. Sometimes your timing is waiting on you. You're not always waiting on timing. Sometimes timing is waiting on you. What does that mean? That means that we miss the mark of our exit. We miss the open door. We miss the open window because we missed our timing. Time is never changing. Time will always be here. I mean, not never change. Time will always be here. It's going to change, yes. But what I mean is time is always here. You can't put a pause on life. You can't put a stop on life. And what we do is we think that life can pause when and where we want it to. And what we end up doing is we end up pausing ourselves and missing our mark to jump to the next decision, to jump to the next goal. Here it is. When we want to get to the new version of ourselves, when we try to jump out and reach the new version of ourselves, we got to realize that every new version requires a decision. Every new version of ourselves requires a decision. The next version of you requires new habits. You got to change your habits. Too long and too often you've been going about things thinking that thinking that how you're built and how you're going and how you're moving that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to go. That's the way it's supposed to happen because you developed a habit. You developed a habit. And when we get in those habits, it causes us to get into a place where we don't even realize who we are anymore. We don't even realize the version of ourselves that we're in. We don't even realize any of that because we are in these new habits. But not only that, the new version of yourself requires new thinking. You can't have going to the new version of yourself with old habits. You can't achieve a goal with old thinking, old ideas. How can you move forward having the same mindset that you did in your settling destination, in your quote unquote new era, your new me? You can't walk into your new era. You can't walk into your new me with old thinking, with old habits. Not only that, but you got to set new standards for yourself. Too long. We lived in our old standards. Too long. We've allowed these things to pinpoint where we go, to pinpoint where we are. We've allowed too many people to come into our circle. We've allowed too many people to come into our lives based on our old standards, based on who we used to be. I tell people all the time that whenever you get to a place in your life, a new place in your life, you have to change your standard. Everybody isn't allowed to go where you're meant to go. Everybody isn't allowed to reach the standard that you create. Only those that are meant to go along your journey, only those that are meant to go along the path that you're taking, only those that are here to back you, here to push you, they're the ones that's going to reach the standard. The people here's how you know. Here's how you know people are meant to be where you are, because they're getting jealous of the standard that you set. They're getting jealous of the goal that you set. You ever notice when people say you acting funny or you acting different, or they say things like, "Oh, you changed." No, you ain't changed. You aren't acting funny. It's just you have new standards. They can't reach or they can't get to your new standard. Why? Because you've gotten to a place now where those new standards created you to have new actions, meaning that you don't move the same way you used to move. You don't talk the same way you used to talk. You don't carry yourself the same way you used to carry yourself. Because when you did carry yourself, oh yeah, everybody was with you. Everybody was rocking with you. Everybody was flowing with you. Everybody was high-fiving you and dapping you up, saying, "Oh, you doing good. You doing this. You doing that." But the moment you change the way you move, the moment you change the way you shake, the moment you change the way you talk, the moment you kind of code switch on, the moment you do these things, guess what? You're creating a new version of yourself, and people aren't going to rock with or go along with the new version that you've created. They're not going to go along with it. They're not going to like it. They're not going to believe it. They think that you're going to be capping, as they say. They think that you're going to be different. Oh no, I'm not different. I just have a new way of thinking. I'm not different. It's just a new me. I'm the same. My name is the same. My name hasn't changed. My address hasn't changed. My phone number hasn't changed. It's just that I realized certain things. We've realized certain things about our life, about the people that we're around, about where we go, about where we live, about where we work. We've realized certain things, and we figured out how to maneuver through those things, and it causes us to create a new version of ourselves. Put it like this: you can't be someone new while repeating old choices. I'm gonna say it again. You cannot be someone new while repeating old choices. The old choices were meant for the old you. The old movements were meant for the old you. This new version that you're in, this new era, this new glow, this new thing, this new found vigor, this newfound vision that you have for yourself, it requires a new way of thinking. It requires a new version of you. It requires you to grow. We have to realize growth isn't found in intention. Growth is found in decisions. Growth is not found in intentions. Growth is found in decisions. Yes, you can intend to grow, Yes, you can intend on doing things, and you can intend on going places. You can make plans to do it. You can make plans to be to start a podcast. You can make plans to start a business. You can make plans to 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 develop a new strategy. But the growth isn't built on your plans, it's built on the decision. So that means you have to find and make a decision. If you want to grow, find and make a decision to grow. Because guess what? One decision, just one decision can change and shift everything. One decision can change and shift your whole the trajectory of your future. One decision, one conversation can change the trajectory of your future. Not only that, but one commitment can change everything. It can shift everything in your favor. Just one. It doesn't take a multitude of them. It doesn't take a multitude of conversations. It only takes one. It doesn't take a lot of commitment. It doesn't take a lot so many to where you're committed here, and here. It only takes one commitment. One commitment. One act of courage can change it. One act not only change, but it can shift it. What I mean by that is that when you change something, you end up rearranging some things, right? But when you shift, it takes you to a whole nother direction. You can change standing still, but shifting requires movement. I'm gonna say it again. You can change standing still. You can stand still and change. You can stand still and change your mindset. You can stand still and change your goals. You can stand still and change your dreams. But when you shift, it causes you to go a different way. Meaning that the shifting requires you to have a mindset to move. The mindset of change is no longer there, but the mindset of move needs to be needs to be in the front of your brain, the front of your mind, because it shifts things. Because shifting happens just like that. You can shift in a moment. Some of us like to call it pivot. We can pivot and go somewhere else, but you can shift because what it can do is your decision. Not only can it shift your courage, act of courage. Not only can one commitment shift it, not only can one conversation shift it, but guess what? One step of obedience, or even one step of discipline, can shift everything. One step. If you take a step, all you got to do is take a step. All you have to do is take a step. If you take your step, listen, all you got to do, one step can lead to two, two can lead to four, and so on and so forth. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Small decisions can redirect entire futures. Small decisions, man, can redirect your entire future. And even a single decision can open doors that years of hesitation kept closed. Some of us have closed doors on us. We closed and locked the doors on ourselves because we were hesitant. Some of you have closed and locked the door on yourself because you were hesitant on what to do next, hesitant on where to go, hesitant on how to move. But your next decision can open and unlock that door. It's all up to you. The decision, the choice is yours. It's totally up to you. So stop waiting for a perfect moment. Stop waiting for a perfect moment. Because what happens is when you start moving and you start going, clarity follows that. You'll get a clear understanding of where you're going once you start moving. And even if some of us have been here, even if some of us get to a place where we get confused while we're moving, all I gotta do is say to you is this: keep moving. Keep moving. Have you ever figured something out, or you try to put some stuff together or do some things and you start to understand it more the more you put things together? Have you ever me? I like puzzles and Legos and things. I like doing stuff like that. I'm a pastime of mine. I got Legos over here on my dresser now, just full of my dresser full of Lego sets. And when they come in a box, they come in a bunch of different colored pieces, right? But on the box, it shows you exactly how it's supposed to look. And you look at these different pieces and you're saying to yourself, how can these many pieces look like the pictures on this box? But all you got to do, once you start putting the first piece in, and then it gives you the next piece to put in, and so on and so forth, then you begin to understand and realize, oh, so this is how it's supposed to go. Why? Because I'm putting movement, I'm putting action into my walking. I'm putting action, I'm going forward with my movement. Because there's a goal that I have to reach. Some of you, there's a goal that you have to reach, but you stop moving because you didn't understand. But the more you move, the more understanding you get. Not only that, but you start to gain confidence. But confidence only grows after your action. You ever been walking, and then all of a sudden you start, like some of us, we got to lose weight and things like that, and we're walking, and we got this beat about us, and we checking our Apple Watch or our Google Watch or whatever you prefer, or you checking your app and you see you're walking, but then at the beginning of it you don't see results. But the more you walk, and then you go back home and step on the scale, you start seeing your weight drop. Why? Because you're growing after the action. You can't lose weight standing still. You got to move. And when you begin to see the motivation, when you begin to see the progress, when you begin to see the results, here it is, then you understand that the progress you have starts before the comfort arrives. You don't get comfortable. You continue to progress. You continue to keep going. Because when you get comfort, when you start to get comfortable, then you say, oh no, I got to keep moving. I can't stay in this comfort zone. I got to keep moving. I got to see progress. Once I lose 1 pound, I want to lose 5. Once I lose 5, I want to lose 10. Once I lose 10, I'm trying to reach 20. Because we see the progress. We see it. Because we prepare for it. We've studied for it. We fought for it. But here it is. We got to understand is that your next level may not need more preparation. It may not just need preparation. But your next level, it may need your permission. Meaning that in order for you to go to the next version of yourself, you have to allow yourself, give yourself permission to get rid of the old you. Some of us have not given ourselves that permission yet. Some of us haven't looked in the mirror and said, it's time for a change, or it's time for a shift. Some of us haven't done that. Some of us are content with looking in the mirror. And here it is. We like to cover ourselves up, thinking that it's going to hide some of the scars that we've gained over the years. Some of us like to put on makeup of false dreams. Some of us like to put on makeup of false realities. Some of us cover ourselves up in grief. Some of us cover ourselves up in doubt. Some of us cover ourselves up in fear. We put on makeup of fear, because we are afraid to face what's in front of us. But I'm here to remind you that in order for you to make a new decision, to make a new version of yourself, you can't keep delaying the decision to move forward. You can't keep delaying the decision to conquer. You cannot keep delaying the decision to achieve. You cannot keep delaying it. You got to move. Your future isn't waiting on luck. It's waiting on action. It's waiting on action. Because delayed decisions often delay destiny. When you delay the decision, you delay your destiny. You delay your future. You delay your dreams. A decision delayed is a destiny unfulfilled. A decision delayed is a destiny unfulfilled. We got to realize we won't become who we're supposed to be by accident. You got to decide your way to where you're supposed to be. Decide your way on where you're supposed to be. Decide your way on who you're supposed to be. Decide your way on how you're supposed to move. Make a decision. Because when we get to a place where we realize that we want to get to that next version of ourselves, then we'll understand how important it is to not delay our decisions. Listen, that is my time today. I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you for showing up. Appreciate all of you that have tuned in, that have came in, even the ones that came in late, even the ones that are on the replay ministry. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, like, comment, and share this video. Once again, like, comment, and share this broadcast. Do me a favor, do that for me, because what we have to understand, we got to get people in here at 12 noon on Mondays. I'm trying to get it to where I'm going more than one day. I got to get to that place where I want to go. I got to go more than one day, y'all. I've seen the comments. I've seen I've seen the comments. I've seen people tuning in. I've seen people showing up. And listen, y'all, I understand it. I got to get on more than one day. I love it just as much as you do. I love to say it just as much as you love to hear it. So I appreciate you. Do me a favor, like, comment, share this video. If you haven't done so already, follow me on Instagram at Marcus Ford. Follow Reactivate the Moment on Instagram. Facebook at Marcus Ford, and Reactivate the Moment on Facebook. Also on Instagram, it's at M423 and at Reactivate the Moment. Follow me on those social media platforms. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reactivate the Moment, on my YouTube channel, where you can see all my videos. All my videos are on my YouTube channel, and you can comment and watch and go back and watch there. Listen, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Listen, I will see you next week, same time, same channel. It's needed, Marianne. I got you. Pop, what's up, Pop? What's up, Deacon Cynthia? Hey, Mama Lenore, hey, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Diane, Miss Gresham, how are you? Good to see you. Listen, thank you for tuning in. Listen, tell a friend to meet you here, right here, next Monday, 12 noon, at right here for Reactivate the Moment. I like to call it Reactivate the Moment TV. So meet me here next Monday, 12 noon, and I will see you next week. I love you, and there's absolutely, positively nothing you can do about it. Have a great and prosperous day. Be blessed.